Good morning, Walker Valley, and welcome back to The Spill. My name is Jalen Johnson.
And my name is Thomas Robinson. Today we'll be talking about Russia and Ukraine, goalposts in a river, and the pink out tailgate. All that and more in today's episode of The Spill.
I say y'all having a good time out there.
What is up, Walker Valley? I'll be your host for this semester, Lily Cruz Rogers. Oh, this behind me? It's a really cool studio. Welcome to The Spill. Where have you guys been? Follow me. Gosh, there's more to see.
They can't, they won't, they never will. Stop the party, stop the party, stop the party. I say y'all having a good time out there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Que nobody la fiesta. Don't stop the party. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out to my man E-Dog for making this all possible.
The Russia-Ukraine war is raging on with 30% of Ukrainian energy already being destroyed by Russian forces, leading people to believe that this winter may be a dreadful one for our Ukrainian friends. The World Health Organization put out a warning recently, letting the world know that a major humanitarian crisis may be on our hands if the Ukrainian people are unable to heat their homes. The UN recently agreed, letting Russia know that if there are deliberate attempts to strike on civilian targets, that it would constitute an international war crime.
Yesterday, global leaders confirmed a more than $2.6 billion donation to World Health Organization's fund to permanently end polio worldwide. Polio is a virus transmitted through contaminated water, food, or infected person that results in the receiver having paralysis-type symptoms. And while the disease in its wild form has been eradicated in the U.S. due to the vaccine, it still rages through other countries without reasonable control. While this disease cannot be cured, it can be helped, and this $2.6 billion is a fantastic step towards future generations no longer having to worry about it.
NASA is gearing up for the first launch of its Artemis 1 mission for the 14th of next month after a series of freak delays and issues. Unfortunately for them, they aren't the only ones going to the moon in November. Private company SpaceX is planning to launch a Falcon 9 rocket carrying Japanese payloads in between November 9th through the 15th. To quote SpaceX, they said that a new era is opening for the cislunar economy with these two historic missions, one government and one commercial. This isn't the first time, however, that these two have gone head-to-head. They are currently in under-the-table space race with SpaceX's Starship, which is set to be fully reusable and the largest and most powerful rocket ever built, which is in direct competition with NASA's Artemis rocket, which is their flagship moon shuttle, which is set to put humans back there in 2024.
President Biden has started a new government program that allows for student loan debt relief. Anyone who has student loans can apply from now until December 31st, and upon federal approval will have some of their student loan debt canceled out. Though this number varies from person to person, this comes not too long after Biden announced $10,000 in student loan debt relief for certain students back in August. The Biden administration hopes these efforts set up the younger generations for success, as well as aid anyone who has been financially stuck due to student loans.
Cold blasts to bring record-breaking temperatures to a large part of the U.S. this week. Freeze watches and warnings are in effect as far west as Colorado into the northeast and south to Florida, according to the National Weather Service. The frosty air is expected to subside by the end of the week, with most areas rebounding by Friday and into the weekend, meteorologists said.
On the morning of October 18th, the city of Lafayette woke up to a chilly day full of snow. This is considered to be rather unusual since East Tennessee doesn't typically experience their first snowfall until around Christmas time. It had been a while since East Tennessee saw snow in October, and we hope for more snowfalls to come. Now on to Caden Kelly with sports.
What's up, Warm Valley? My name's Caden Kelly, and welcome back to sports. The Tennessee Volunteers defeated number 3 Alabama 52-49 on Chase McGrath's 40-yard field goal, putting an end to a 15-game losing streak versus the Tide. QB Hendon Hooker had himself a day as well, completing 21 of 30 passes, throwing for 5 touchdowns and 1 interception. Wide receiver Aiden Hyatt made a name for himself, receiving all 5 of Tennessee's scores. For Alabama, QB Bryce Young completed 35 of 52 passes for 455 yards and 2 touchdowns, while running back Jahmyr Gibbs put up 151 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Tennessee jumps up to number 3 for the first time since 2001, while the Tide fall to number 6. Moving on to our Walker Valley sports, this last Friday, our Mustangs took on the McMinn County Cherokees and lost 24-7. Omby rushed 3 times for 40 yards and a touchdown, and Eli Denton had 21 tackles, matching his own single-game record for tackles. Today, our soccer team has day 3 of their regional tournament, with that being the only event leading up to Friday. This Friday, we have our game here at the MAC against the Upperman Bees. The student section theme is Pink Out, so make sure to show up to the tailgate pregame and get geared up, and then head up to the game for the 7:30 kickoff. Hope to see you guys there. That's all for sports. My name's Caden Kelly, and now back to our anchors in the studio after a short commercial break.
The annual Cleveland Helping Cleveland food drive is about to begin. Sponsored by Southern Heritage Bank, the drive aims to help the caring place in stock for the upcoming holiday season, and in turn help out the local residents in our community who need these items. The drive begins at the end of this month on October 31st and ends on November 4th. If you are interested in donating or volunteering, you can find out more information on the Southern Heritage Bank Facebook page.
As Caden mentioned, this Saturday the Vols took home a heartbreaker win over the then-ranked 3 Alabama. Georgia, you're next. Following the game, Tennessee fans stormed the field and proceeded to rip the goalposts out of the ground. The storming the field alone cost the team over $100,000 in SEC fines, but also an additional $18,000 when the fans took it upon themselves to throw the goalposts in the Tennessee River. You heard me right. On Saturday following the game, the Volunteer fans managed to tear the goalposts right out of the ground, haul them up, and walk them out of the stadium. Unfortunately, it turns out that in order to play next week's game, we need goalposts on our field. The good news is many fans have donated money to the Vols since the game. In less than 24 hours, over $80,000 have been donated to the program, all with differing amounts related to the game's score. Some dated $52.49, the final score of the game, and others donated $1,019.15 in reference to the sold-out capacity of Neyland Stadium, but the most popular one, however, was $16, the number of seasons since the Vols had last bested the Tide.
On this week's College Spotlight, we will be talking about the California Institute of Technology, henceforth known as Caltech. They are a private research university in Pasadena, California, and are widely regarded as the best college in the world. The university has a focus in science and engineering and has been a part of projects such as discovering a new class of supernovas, finding ancient galaxies, and working to get the first ever image of a black hole. Caltech has a graduation rate of 92% and an acceptance rate of 7%. Their average cost after aid is $27,000, and the average ACT score of a student there is 36, so you'll have to work really hard to get in here. Overall, Caltech is a very difficult school to get into, but if you really dedicate yourself to it, then there is always a chance. Find out more about Caltech at caltech.edu.
Our first ever Walker Valley Pink Out Tailgate is going to take place this Friday. This event is from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and is $5 per ticket. It will have cornhole, spike ball, and many other games, along with pizza, popcorn, pink lemonade, and catering by Outback Steakhouse. The best part is all of it is included in your $5 ticket. The even better part is when you attend, you'll be entered into a drawing to win numerous prizes like 2 full-course meals at Aubrey's worth nearly $150 each, Longhorn dinner certificates worth $25 each, as well as Crumble gift certificates and many more. The proceeds of this event will go to Chi Memorial Hospital's Mary Ellen Watcher Breast Cancer Center, so make sure to show up, show your support, and possibly make a real difference in someone's life.
NBA Day is fast approaching, Mustangs. It is set for this next Friday in the auditorium and will feature numerous professionals in the medical and business fields who will give students an insight into the way their jobs work and what steps students need to start taking to head in those directions. This event will also feature our Walker Valley event planning classes presenting do's and don'ts gave at the end in a Shark Tank style format. It's gearing up to be a very fun day, so make sure to be there, Mustangs.
Bradley County Schools strongly believes that technology is a great source for students that provides countless opportunities, not only for themselves, but also for staff in an educational setting. Our administration, along with Bradley County Schools, has developed a one-to-one device program to provide each student here in the Valley with the opportunity to use technology in a way that will support a high-quality learning experience. The Future Ready program prepares students for life in the 21st century and increases students' engagement both inside and outside of the classroom. If you're interested in this opportunity, contact your guidance counselor or administrator regarding the form in order to participate.
Digital Citizenship Week is here, Mustangs. Digital Citizenship Week exists to remind us all of the importance of things like self-awareness, self-management, responsible decision-making, online relationship skills, and overall social awareness. Throughout the week, your MAP teachers will talk to you about all of these skills and help you overall be more conscious of the person you are online. Make sure to talk to your MAP teacher for more information. Now to a short informational video and then weather with the beautiful big-mouth birdwell.
So once you put something online, it can be there forever because people might take screenshots, they might record it, they might save it.
I don't think people don't realize that it's going to be there forever. I think they just don't care. A lot of people have this mentality of like, what I'm doing is very insignificant. Why is anyone going to care about this?
You should be cautious of what you post. Don't post your pictures and think like, okay, Nobody's seeing me, nobody's screenshotting me, nobody doing nothing, because people doing that, you're just not gonna know.
Your Snapchats, despite the fact that they only last, 4 to 8 seconds, they're still there. Your Instagram stories that go away after 24 hours, they're still there. Anything that is posted, anything that's up, no matter what happens, even if you leave it up for a minute and take it down, it's there as soon as you put it up there. No one's going to scrutinize everything that you say the same way that you might.
You are not obliged to post every second of your life in order to please what you might seem as the majority of people. So when you feel like you have to post all the time, when you feel like you have to do this in order to get fame and attention, you don't. It's not your job.
That's something you always have to be thinking about. What do you want people to remember you on social media as?
Today is October 19th, and today will be sunny with a 2% chance of precipitation with a high of 58 and a low of 28. And tomorrow, it will be partly cloudy with a 3% chance of precipitation with a high of 61 and a low of 31. And on Friday, it will be sunny with a 3% chance of precipitation with a high of 70 and a low of 38. Today in the back rooms, it will be very weathery with a 0% chance of precipitation with a high of not applicable and a low of 64. On Thursday, it will be windy with a 0% chance of precipitation again, and with a high of not applicable and with a low of 67. And on Friday, it will be snowing and raining with a 0% chance of precipitation, with a high of not applicable and a low of 69. Now back to our anchors in the studio.
That's all for today's episode of The Spill. My name is Jalen Johnson.
And my name is Thomas Robinson. Have a witchy Wednesday, Walker Valley.